Well, hey guys, welcome back to DIY with Gerry's Garage. Uh, it's about 3:30 in the morning because I don't really sleep much at night, and I decided to do this relatively simple um, job on a 2015 Ram 1500 Tradesman with a 3.6 in it. And what we're going to do today is one of my washer ports for the washer fluid, going into the windshield so you turn on the blades and everything, uh, has broken. It's a relatively easy job, and so I figured I'd give it a shot and show you how easy it can be to do with for less than $20. Much less. Actually, it was about $11 for the kit. Comes with hose, fasteners, different joints you can replace, so on and so forth. I'll be showing you that in a minute. Got it off of Amazon. Of course, it's made in China, which, sadly everything is. But we're going to give her a shot and see where we're at. So let's get started at 3:30 in the morning. Woohoo! Okay, first thing needs to be done, right, is this heat shield needs to come off. This is the thing that keeps the heat off the hood so that your paint don't crack in here. There's a bunch of these fasteners. Here you can see one here. Where is it? There it is. And you got to pull them out with a tool. It's called a trim tool. The kit I bought comes with it. You got a couple of things here that hold it up also. One here, one over there. You can see the white sticking up. So this is the first thing that needs to come off. It is relatively simple if you have a trim tool. The trim tool is, as I said, came with the thing. You can also buy them in any auto parts store. Relatively, probably under $10. Or you can buy the whole kit. Like I bought a kit. It's all plastic, made in China, but nevertheless, I'm able to, I think it was 20 bucks, and I'm able to do pretty much anything in the truck that I got to take trim off with. Okay, so this is the trim tool. Plastic handle, obviously a metal shaft and fork. It's curved, and it's a lot easier to take these fasteners off with this than it is anything else. You usually end up breaking them. You're going to end up finding them, so go pick up one of these, and you can use it for pretty much everything inside the truck also, trim-wise, and not to mention you'll always have it. So just it's sometimes it's just worth to buy the correct tool. Okay, first thing you do is you get your trim tool up underneath this thing, and it just pops out. Sometimes they're a little hard to pop out, sometimes they come right out. So, gently. It's plastic and cheap at that. Much as you pay for these vehicles, I hate these things, but listen, this is what they come with. So be careful with them, all right? I'm going to take out the rest of them, and we'll bring this down and lay it on top of the engine. Okay, as you can see, I got one in. I'm going to do both sides. Normally, I'm big on if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But in this case, the job is so easy, it's really not a problem to do both at the same time. So, now this is more important than you would think. This new one here has a front and a back. The front, where the water comes out, actually has to be facing the windshield. So, you put it in backwards, try gently to take it out. But you do take the chance of breaking it because it's just cheap-ass plastic. So, well, to save the problem, just make sure the front is to the front. And then you just stick it in the hole and you snap it down just like that. And there it shall stay. Also, one other thing, it's always good, as you can see over there, I took the heat shield out from under because I had closed. You don't necessarily have to close the hood, but you know, it's just easier for me because I'm fat and old. If you're a young guy, you can just reach over there and do it. Okay. There's another way too. You can also hook up the hose, right, to the bring the hose up through the hood and hook up the hose to the nozzle, and then push the whole thing back down. You know, if that's what you want to do, it's not really any different. But well, also when you're taking the heat shield out, use two hands. It's very flimsy. I can remember back in the day, you could take those out and they were, you know, pretty, for what they were sturdy. Of course, they were made of asbestos and, you know, giving everybody cancer, but hey, can't have everything in life. All right, so now we lift the hood and start hooking up the hoses. Okay, folks, so something happened to the video. Didn't upload or something, I don't know, but I'm back out here doing another one just to explain a couple of things. Okay, so it's clear the original part here is plastic. Goes into rubber very easily. The new part comes with a rubber hose. I like the rubber a lot better than the plastic. I do. Plastic tends to get brittle after a while, especially in heat and cold and heat and cold and heat and cold. It being winter now, which is probably why it ended up breaking. I don't know. But you can do a couple of things. You can take this and work it in, as I did, all right? And it takes a minute or two. It's not overly hard job, anything like that. You just work it in and keep working it in. Or you could put maybe a little lithium grease or a little WD-40 on it, and it'll probably slide in a lot easier. Thing is, whatever you put on that is going to end up on your windshield directly in your line of sight, because that's how the world works. And you probably don't want to do that, so I just took the extra minute and worked it in. And then you just slide this T right up onto here, which is, there's a nozzle coming down, and you slide it on there as far as you can. Then you put this in here, this clip, and then that clip to support it. When you take the hose out of the kit, don't cut it, okay? Don't cut it. Just bring it over and then add about maybe an inch or so to where, you know, kind of level it up to where that nozzle is over there, and then go ahead and cut it. I used a pair of snips, that's it. Or you can use scissors. You could use a knife. Just try to get the end nice and even as possible, okay? And then all we got to do is slide it onto that nozzle, and you have contact, basically. Now this video is going to be, I don't know, probably 8-10 minutes long. I could have done this whole job in probably 5 minutes. That's how easy this is. Now think about this. You're going to go to Dodge and tell them I need these replaced, and they're getting $150, $175 an hour. So you're going to pay some portion of that, if not all. Okay, they may or may not have them in stock, and if they do, they're going to double charge you for them. And these things will end up costing $15 a piece for some reason, and the hose will cost $15, $20, which frankly is completely and totally ridiculous. You do it yourself, the whole thing, you get the tool with it, costs, I don't know, 10, 12 bucks, and chances are they will last, you know, till you get rid of the truck, or, you know, die, or you know, something neat. So, folks, do it yourself. A lot of it is about confidence, and doing these jobs like this, okay, gives you that. Never forget. There's nothing you can't do, but, you know, there is knowledge you can gain. And the more you can do, the more money you save. All right. So we're going to go in and try them now and see how they work.